Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and before I get going, I want to remind everybody that Clinton Donnelly is the crypto tax fixer. His website is cryptotaxaudit.com. I'll put this in the top of the description of this video. He's one of my sponsors, and also remind you that there are these IRS letters that are going out, CP2 501. They've started sending these letters out to taxpayers. It informs you that the information that you reported the IRS by others doesn't match the information you reported on your tax return. It requires a response in 30 to 45 days. Well, Clinton Donnelly can help you with these types of things. So click on the link up there and give him a call or contact him through his website if you're needing some help. Check this out. I knew this was coming. This is apparently LA, okay? Zillow gone panicked. Small slice of LA. Everyone now wants to sell ASAP. Huge increase in inventory. Too late. You missed the pop. A few will get lucky, but everyone else is holding the bags anyway. Can't go wrong with real estate. Well, folks, I say it all the time. The only real estate you really want to own is paid for real estate. Most people can't do that. But if you can do it, do it. Have no debt. That's my whole mission in life, is to be debt free, and that is my ultimate plan as well, is to just have everything paid for. And that's a real good goal to have, you kids out there and you adults. Now check this out. Now I don't know if this is from BitBoy's sources. He does have inside sources, remember. He says a crypto tsunami is coming. The tide gets pulled back hard to help build the wave that no one sees coming. We're in the midst of a tide getting sucked in. That's what a bear market is. But rest assured, the tsunami is coming, and it's going to be bigger than ever. Oh, I believe that he may very well be right, which is why it's important for me. What I'm doing is I've made sure that I had plenty of cash ready for something like this, and that I have not invested more than I could afford to lose. These are the basics of any kind of investing, especially when you're investing in risky things. But I've got my list of what I think are going to be involved in the scores of digital assets that are the winners. And think about this for a minute, because this is the fact jack. If you pick the winners, and Brad Garlinghouse said there would be scores, which means 20 or let's say 20 or 30. If you picked only 2 or 3 out of the 20 or 30, and you were right with just a couple of thousand of them, you're talking about you're talking about things that are going to be part of the infrastructure of the financial industry, the global financial industry, maybe for the next 200 years. That's what we're talking about. Game changer. All right, I've got a prediction for you. I don't make predictions on this channel often, but I'll make this one. My prediction, yesterday we remember FTX closes in on deal to buy BlockFi for $25 million in a fire sale. Well, a lot of people don't remember, but when they were in Davos, this was on CNBC, 2 cryptocurrency companies, Ripple and FTX, told CNBC that they're on the lookout for acquisitions as the industry hopes to drive growth through buying other firms. Meanwhile, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of cross-border payments company Ripple, said the company has a very strong balance sheet, predicting a rise in mergers and acquisitions in the crypto industry. So here you go, folks. My prediction is that Ripple announces a major purchase soon. And I am not telling you that because I know something. I'm telling you that because just use your common sense, folks. This is like being out in the African desert and being one of those hyenas and spotting a wounded animal. This is when larger companies acquire smaller companies, when they're wounded and cheap, right? That's how it works. That's life. Jeremy Hogan has quoted Tony Soprano. I'm thinking about going, I've already seen it 3 or 4 times, but every once in a while I have a craving to go back and watch The Sopranos again from the beginning, and I think I'm going to do that. Jeremy, you inspired me. I won't pay, I know too much about extortion, Tony Soprano. Think about this for a minute. BlockFi just a couple of months ago paid the SEC. Now, think about this. This is a government agency in the United States of America that is basically extorting money out of all of these companies, when what they should be doing is sitting down with these companies and saying, hey, how can we help you? Because when companies grow and new companies flourish, it helps the United States, it helps people get jobs, it helps everyone in the United States. And we've got these agencies that are literally acting like the mafia to slow down everybody and to get them to pay a tax or a toll. It's shameful what's going on. And all of them are hired guns, like Gary Gensler that came straight out of the Goldman Sachs of the world. And it's just, it's so sickening what's going on. So, and J.W. Verrett made a comment about what I was talking about yesterday, folks. Remember that Supreme Court decision? Well, he says you could say, this is the one from yesterday about the EPA. He says you could say the SEC's threat to over-apply Howey to all crypto products that have attributes of currency and commodity is a major question, about which there's a doctrine that SCOTUS handed down an opinion about today. Get ready. What is he talking about, get ready? That's what I want to know. Get ready? What are we getting ready for? I hope we're getting ready for Gary Gensler to have his butt kicked out of the SEC. That should have happened a long time ago. Where's Congress? Okay, then we've got this. Now this is infuriating too, folks. This is Jay Clayton, now that he's out of the SEC, doing an interview and acting like he's some innocent bystander. And thanks for John Deaton calling his butt out. We need to figure that out. It was already figured out while you were chairman of the SEC. Tom Cotton sent you letters. Mike Crapo sent you a letter. Ted Budd sent you a letter. You had the votes with Hester Pierce and Elad, but you sold out. And we need to get to the bottom of who he sold out to. Listen to this guy acting like he's some third-party bystander.
Want to, for example, I don't know if Grayscale has, let's just say you had a subsidiary in Singapore, but you had people there who were, and they were paid in local currency, and you wanted to facilitate the dollar transfer, FX exchange, money into the bank, distributing money out to your employees. That's a process that you probably have to start a week in advance, maybe longer each time to get going. And that seems pretty long to me in the day of what I would say is 24/7 trading in.
I can't listen to any more of it. He makes me sick. Now, this won't make you sick. This is a clip I missed. This is with John Deaton and Eleanor Terrett and Jason Foster from Empower. And remember, Jason Foster is with Empower, and they're the ones that sent this to the SEC, asking them, telling them that they need to, or requesting the Inspector General at the SEC do an investigation into what's going on this whole Ethereum thing. Listen to what Jason Foster says in this clip.
Why wouldn't the SEC want to clear this up? We're not asking them to do anything other than were these rules followed or not? But
well, they should tell you. They should want to clear it up. And then if the Inspector General decides to act on our referral, then they could go and, as a part of a review of the failure of the...
Now, what he's about to say, I want you to look at this list of people. Joseph Lubin, I'm just pulling the Dax Hansen, Vitalik Buterin, Nancy Wotas. These are some of the people we've found video on over the last year. Mark Andreessen, Ben Horowitz, Chris Dixon, Albert Wenger. A lot of these people are from Union Square Ventures and from Andreessen Horowitz. Steve Narayoff, Mike Novogratz, Fred Wilson. Now, when you listen to what he says here, I want you to think about, can you imagine what we would find out if this happens.
The ethics review process to stop this, clear public controversy from occurring, they could get all of the documents almost immediately that we are seeking in terms of all the communications with all the named individuals associated with all the entities with the EEA, et cetera. And they could go through and review and know very quickly whether Mr. Hinman or others were having direct communications with these folks. They would have access to things that's going to be very difficult for us to get access to. They could get access to, they have subpoena authority. They could get access to people's cell phone records and find out, well, was he using a personal cell phone to have a communication with someone, something that you can't get through FOIA. So, so asking the IG to take a look at it, it just made sense because it's in the interest of the agency. It's frankly in the interest of Mr. Hinman if they can clear this all up and say, sure, he didn't have any nefarious communications.
Absolutely.
It's in the interest of the public. It's in everyone's interest for the IG to do something.
Oh, can you imagine? Wouldn't you love for them to subpoena Mike Novogratz phone calls and texts? Can you freaking imagine? Can you imagine? I can only imagine. That's a song. Okay. XRP Network shows strange activity explosion with number of unique addresses reaching max in 2.5 years. This was an article that was done on this, but it all was, the article's written around this tweet from Santiment. XRP is holding up better than most altcoins on a Thursday crypto slide. A couple of days ago, the XRP network exploded with unique addresses interacting on the network, exceeding 200,000 for the first time since February 2020. This is worth watching. Very interesting. And then David Schwartz, hey, what's this thingy trying to fly under the radar? And then he says, for the first time, this reveals the planned secret sauce, a continued auction mechanism that incentivizes arbitrageurs to burn liquidity tokens and arbitrage sooner, more accurately and more frequently to increase the benefits to liquidity providers. And then Anders L. has an interesting comment. Flare launches, Jed runs out of XRP. Schwartz reveals the secret sauce. Ah, the planned secret sauce. That sounds like a thumbnail. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that the planned secret sauce will be on this thumb.